and Erin have found each other, and that they have all of you behind them who love them and are here to support them now and for the rest of their lives. Thank you for being here and being part of our celebration and making it that much more special. We love you all. Thank you. Yay.
This is a toast to my daughter. She's a gift from God, and I will always be grateful to have been given the honor of being her father. May God continue to bless her and her husband Jonathan and grant them safety, love, and happiness all the days of their lives. And the short speech would have been either Melba or sourdough, but they told me I couldn't do that.
All right, next let's hear a round of applause for the parents of the groom, Sandy and Liz.
I guess I'd kind of like to say much the same as Carl and Fran, which is we are absolutely thrilled, honored. On behalf of Liz, we simply could not be happier to have Erin as a part of our family. She has just been a joy for the past 2 years plus that we have known her. She's the daughter actually that Liz and I never had in many respects. So we're very grateful to you for sharing her with us. And Erin, we love you. We really do. And by the way, we also love the dogs. The toast I'm going to make actually is maybe a little bit different, but it comes with a very short story, which is we all have parents. And for we, the older people, as we were growing up, as every generation does, when something would go wrong and we'd address our parents, they would always say the same thing. Do you really think things were that different when we were growing up? And my dad, who passed away a few years ago at the ripe old age of 97 years of age, one day turned to me and said, "Sandy, things are that much different." So as parents, we worry about our kids. But I look around this room, and what I've seen over the course of the last few days, the young people here and the friendships that you guys have, I think, are just absolutely unbelievable. And if a marriage is to be built on a foundation of friendship, my God, it's here. So as a 62-year-old, I simply want to say, if you are the next generation, you're representing us really well. God bless you all. My toast to you. Now, if I could get Dave Wilkins down here with Zach Dixon, that would be wonderful. Guys, where are you? Go, Dave. I don't know who's first.
Thanks, Andy. So we'll be relatively short and sweet. I'll let Dave introduce himself, but for those who don't know me, I'm Zach. John and I grew up together. One of us grew up a little taller, slightly, but we both kind of fall into that stunted category. I've had a wonderful time the last couple of days. A lot of people have come up to us and said, my wife and Tara and I, and said, you know, we're so grateful that John and Erin met at our wedding 3 years ago. So I'm not going to take any credit, but there's something that's been weighing on my mind a little bit, you know. I feel like I need to come clean. This is not a selfless act. Okay, we wanted you guys to be together big time. And I remember after our wedding, a couple months later, we went to Degrassi Point, who I'm sure many of the McMurks are familiar with. And Erin was there, and John and her hit it off. And then 2 weeks later, I got a text from John saying that Erin was coming back.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at my wife and saying, yes. But all kidding aside, I mean, John, you're my best friend, man. And we've been through a lot together. We played hockey together. We grew up together. We got into some trouble. We got out of some trouble. But our biggest accomplishment, to me, is convincing 2 girls from Grapevine, Texas, that Toronto winters aren't that bad. I love you guys very much.
I'm here to represent a small but mighty group here that all met originally in Waterloo. So that all the Waterloo people can just give a round of applause so everybody knows and is warned about who you are. Look out, folks, there's about 20 of us here tonight, and they're coming in guns a-blazing. So when I went off to school, I didn't know a single person, and I went to get a sandwich the first night, and the first person I bumped into was John. I literally had not said a word to a single person until I met John, and I was like, we're both getting sandwiches, so we decided to sit down together and drink a lot of vodka. And if you ever ask John about Silent Sam, that's probably not for the wedding speech, but it's for another night. And that was the time that we met all the people, well, the large majority of the people that are here tonight. We woke up the next day. I woke up in my room and I was like, who are all these people I finally knew and met? And it turned out to be some of our best friends that have all flown down today. And having John as a friend was such a big group, in many ways a family that kept us going through the University of Waterloo. It's a tough group to get into because of the intensity of friendship that actually exists. And in came Erin. So we showed up to meet Erin for the first time, and she was making tacos. And with such a big, close group, it's tough to kind of find your footing. And the minute we met her is the day that we knew that she was the most amazing person for John and for our entire family. Not only was she unfazed by the amount of Coors Light and everything else that we drank that night, but she just immediately fit in. And having met all of her friends this weekend, there's really no two friend groups, whether it's all the high school and elementary and childhood friends that John brings or all of those that Erin brings. But if there's one thing that really defines both of them, it's these amazing group of friends. And getting to know all of you and all of the girls that helped Erin bring today to be what it was. It's just such a great group of friends. So cheers to all of you, and I'm so excited for both of you. You're amazing.
All right, next up we have